Welcome everybody. Can you give a thumbs up if you can hear me? If the sound's okay. Welcome, Michael. Anyone, can you hear me? That's not looking promising. Oh, cool. Fab. Thank you. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes before the class starts, so settle yourself. Cool. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, Wendy. Nutters. So I've got a little bit of a cunning plan for our practice this evening. If there's anything you particularly like to work with, though, type it in the bottom. Non-bendy legs. Oh, they will be bendy by the time we finish. Maybe, doesn't matter. My technical support has just arrived back on his bike from a day of work. All's good. All right, just another couple of minutes. So you might want to invest a little bit of time before we start in your sitting. So most of us benefit from getting the bottom a little bit higher. So I tend to use a block and a blanket, but I'm guessing you're going to have access to your sofa and you can grab a cushion or something off your sofa. And when we come to our seated position, it's important that you're comfy. So, you might want to be kneeling. That might work better for you. Cross-legged might be absolutely fine. Any variation, you might want to even just sit on your sofa while we first start. But just invest a little bit of time. I'm going to do a separate little video on seated positions before we begin the meditation sessions on Wednesday morning for the early birds. That'll be at 7:15 on a Wednesday morning, and I'm going to keep those meditations and pranayamas. It'll be about 50 minutes long. I'm going to keep those public on the YouTube channel so that you've got a meditation you can come to start your day intentionally, and that'll begin next week. Okay. So everyone, please come to your comfortable seated position. And it might be that you enjoy having music to practice with. I don't put it on in here because it can make the sound quality a little bit odd. But you can choose your own music that way and have that in the background as you practice if you like. Or it's always good to learn to practice in silence as well. So take your hands down to your knees or to your lap. And may I suggest at these times we turn the hands down onto the knees so that we feel a little bit more grounded. And just take a moment to rock your weight forward towards the front of your sitting bones. And rock the weight back to the back of the sitting bones. And then find the sweet spot in the middle, where the front of the body and the back of the body are equally engaged in keeping you supported. And close your eyes. Take a lovely deep breath in through the nose. And let go with a soft sigh through your mouth. And again, a deep breath in through the nose. And breathe out with a soft sigh through your mouth. And let your sitting posture feel steady. And let there be length within your spine and strength within your spine. The muscles relaxed and yet alert. And the breath calm at the abdominal center. And just drop yourself into this moment, feeling the support of the ground beneath you. Hearing the sounds of your room, outside the room. The sound of your own body, your own breath. Feeling the delicate touch of the breath in your nostrils. Begin to deepen your breath. Inhaling and letting the ribs spread out to the sides, to the back and to the front, and the belly to expand. And exhaling slowly and gently drawing the abdomen in to squeeze the spine. Just gentle. Beginning to lengthen your out-breath without forcing or straining. And have a sense of being rooted to the earth, enlivened through the breath. Feel nurtured by the rhythm and the repetition of the breath. And let a gradual awakening of awareness begin. Allow yourself to become more feeling than thought. More light than darkness. Both strong and soft. Taking a lovely deep breath in. And breathing out and dropping your chin towards your chest. Inhale, bring your head to the center. Breathe out and lift the chin towards the ceiling. Inhaling the head to the center. Breathing out and looking to the right. Inhale, center. And breathe out and look to the left. Inhale back to the center. Breathe out, drop the chin towards the chest. Breathe in the head to the center. Breathe out and lift the chin towards the ceiling. Inhaling back to the middle. On the out breath, looking to our right. Breathing in back to the center. And on the out breath, looking to the left. Inhale gently back to the middle. And begin to roll your weight around your sitting bones, freeing up your lower back. Feeling into the side and the edges of your torso. And when that feels good, then go the other way. And then be still. Taking the hands together, clasp the fingers, turn the palms away. And on your in-breath, reach your arms up towards the sky. And exhale through into your palms. Inhale, lift a little taller. And on your out-breath, twist to the right. Inhale, stay here, lift a little higher. Exhale, twist a little further. Inhaling back to the middle. And exhaling, twisting to the left. Staying here, inhale, reach high up through the arms. And exhale, twist a little further. Inhale, come back to the middle. And exhale and release. Roll over onto your hands and your knees. And we're just going to do a little bit of advanced crawling. So you're going to lift up your right knee and thread the right foot to the outside of the left. And then bring the other leg round. And you're just going to crawl your way towards the front of your mat. And as you get more familiar with this, you might find that you can actually keep the foot off the floor all the way through the movement. And if the legs need a little bit of help, then you give them a little bit of help. So this is an intermediate class. If you don't practice yoga very regularly or very consistently, then you are going to need to be very discerning and give yourself a break, a rest when you need to. And then next time you find yourself at the back of your mat, then release. Bring the knees back, hip distance apart, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, push down into the hands round your spine and bring the knee in towards your forehead. Inhale, take the right leg out behind you, pointing the toes. And exhale, keeping the legs straight, let the toes come down to the floor. Inhale, lift the leg up, look up. Exhale, spine comes to neutral, toes come to the floor. A few more of these. And then exhale the knee to the earth. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, look up. Exhale, bring the left knee in to kiss your forehead. Inhale, the left leg comes up behind you, keeping the leg straight. Exhale, spine comes to neutral as the toes come to kiss the floor. Inhaling the leg up, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, toes to the floor. Keep working with that. Got wires falling out. And then release. Bring your left knee back, hip distance apart beside the right. Inhale, turn your toes under. Let your knees float off the mat for a moment. Keep some space in your lower back. Keep pushing down through the hands. And the breath flows evenly. Imagine that you've got a small beach ball between your knees that you're squeezing. And then push through the heels of your hands and reach your bottom out into space behind you and let your head really hang between your arms. And there's a sense of drawing your collarbones towards your feet, but your knees stay very, very bent. We'll take a lovely deep breath in. And as you exhale, reach your right heel down towards the floor. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, reach the left heel down towards the floor. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, right heel. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, left heel. And then bend both knees and walk your feet forward towards the front of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Take your hands to your shins or the fingertips beside your feet. Inhale, look forward, find length through your spine. Knees can be soft. Exhale and draw deeply in. Inhale, look forward, find length. Exhale, really hollow your abdomen as you draw yourself in. Last time, inhale, look forward. Exhale, bow deeply in. Release the hands beside you, soften the knees, take a deep breath in. And pressing down through your inner heels, roll up, dropping your tailbone, dropping your coccyx as if it was cast from gold. And restack the spine bone by bone by bone. And bring yourself to standing. Spread the weight across the balls of your feet. Spread the pads of your toes wide. And find the nice place between the center of the heel and across the ball of each foot, lightly lifting up through the inner arches of your feet. Position your crown above your heart, above your pelvic floor. Inhale, roll your shoulders up towards your ears, and exhale, take the shoulders down the back body and turn your palms to face forward. Exhale deeply, feel into the ground through your feet. And on the in-breath, we'll reach the arms up, bringing the hands to touch. And as you exhale, bow forward over your legs. Inhale, take the right leg back, keep the knee lifted if you can, and exhale, release your hands. Inhale, reach the arms high. Strong arms, straight elbows. And as you exhale, take the hands to the mat and press back to the dog face down. Looking forward, inhale, come into a press-up position. And as you exhale, drop your knees to the floor. Keep your bottom up as you drop your chest between your thumbs. And then you push into your hands and inhale and glide your chest forward, let the thighs come to the mat. Keep the elbows bent. And exhale, turn over the toes and press back to the dog face down. And we'll begin to straighten the legs if you can, lifting up through the inner knees, up into the inner sitting bone, spreading the toes wide, feeling down into the hands and hanging the head. And cultivating a sense of being both soft and strong all at the same time. Connecting to the breath. And then we'll exhale, looking forward, come high on the tippy toes, push the floor away. And on the in-breath, step your right foot forward between your hands. And if it doesn't quite get there, you lovingly guide it a bit further forward. Release the hands. And on the in-breath, reach the arms up. And the arms matter. Straighten them, lengthen from your elbow into your little finger and turn your thumbs wide. Take another deep breath in. And on the out breath, take the hands to the mat, step the back foot forward and fold over your legs. Look up, inhale, push into the heels, reach the hands up, take a stretch through the front of the body. And exhale and gently release. Inhale, arms reach up. Breathing out, coming forward. Inhale, look forward, extend through your spine. Plant your hands on the floor and either step or jump both feet back. And you're going to lower slowly down to the floor with control. And then you roll the shoulders to the elbows and let the heart come forward and the gaze lift. And as you exhale, turn your toes under and press back to the dog face down. And you're going to step your left foot about 12 inches, 14 inches, 40 centimeters forward. And push down into the left foot and point the back toes behind you. Exhale deeply. And as you inhale, lift the right leg up and come high on the left tippy toes. Exhale, bend the left knee, let the right toes come back to the floor. Inhale, high on the left tippy toes, reach the right leg up, push down through the floor. Exhale, down. A few more. No tension in the neck. And then release. Foot comes down, left foot slides back. Take a couple of breaths in downward facing dog. And then we'll inhale, look forward, come into a press up position. And exhale, you can either lower to the floor or perhaps you'll come halfway down. And then you can either come into cobra, or those of you familiar with upward facing dog, ride forward, look up. It's yogi's choice. And then you bend, roll over the toes and press back to the dog face down. And we hang the head. And this time we'll step the right foot 40 centimeters forward, coming onto the ball of the foot. Point the back toes behind you, left foot. And then as you inhale, the left leg comes up and you come high up on the right tippy toes, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 3 more. I've lost count already. And gently down. Turn the left toes under, slide the right leg back. Inhale, come forward into a press-up position. Pull your armpits to your waist. Send your thighs up to support your hamstrings. And as you exhale, either come halfway down or drop to the floor. If you're on the floor, rise up, elbows bent. If you're doing upward facing dog, keep the knees off the floor. And then everybody rolls over the toes and comes back to the dog face down. And we'll take a few breaths. And of course, if you're tired, you could just drop the knees to the floor and take a little rest. No one can see. There's no judgment. This might catch on. And then we'll bend our knees. And on the in-breath, either step or jump the feet forward between the hands. Look forward, extend through the spine. And exhale and bow deeply in. Look up. Inhale, bring the hands to touch above the head. And exhale and release. Take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. And in. And slowly out. One more. Grounding your left foot into the floor. Bring your hands together at your heart. Turn your right foot out to the side. And when you're ready, slide your right heel just up. See how far you can go without using your hand on the ankle. And then peel the knee wide. And when you're ready, let the sap move up your body, up through the arms and coming into Vikrasana, the tree. Reach up into the twigs of your fingers. Turn your palms up towards the sky, thumbs back. And as you exhale, give yourself a little bit of support by gently lifting up through the lower abdomen. Inhale. And exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. And then gently come out of the work. Ground your right foot. Spread your toes. Fix your gaze on something that won't wobble. Turn your left foot out. And when you're ready, slide the heel as high up the inside of your leg as you comfortably can, peeling the knee wide. And when you get steady, if you're not steady, then just stay here. When you get steady, begin to reach your arms up. Reach up, reach up, reach up. And we'll take a breath out and draw the hands back to the heart, equal pressure of the left hand against the right, just helping with our balance. And then slowly release. Place your left foot down. You're going to turn your right foot out again, and this time bring the ankle just above the left knee so that you look like a sort of backwards number 4. And then you're going to start to bend your left knee and start to take your chest over the leg. And it may well be that you can hug that leg. It may well be that you need a sofa or an armchair or something in front of you to help you with your balance. But keep flex in this foot and drop the knee outwards and take your sitting bones out behind you, spreading the sitting bones wide. And those of you who are comfy here, you can clasp the leg and begin to stand up. Or not. Just find your place. And then release. Balancing on your left leg, inhale and reach your arms up towards the sky. Hold this. I know your left hip is singing. And then inhale and come up. And exhale and release. Right foot grounds. Spread the toes. And turn the left foot out. Bring your hands back so you've got your balance, hands in front of the heart. And bring your left leg up. Coming into that number 4 position and flex the left foot. Take a breath in. And when you're ready, bending the right knee, take the sitting bones out behind you. And come over that leg. And maybe you can hug that leg in towards you. And those of you who are comfy here, you can begin to stand up, cradling your leg in towards you. But don't do yourself a mischief, be kind. Practice effortless effort. Both strong and soft. And then we'll release the leg, place it back on the right knee, and inhale and reach the arms up into Uttanasana arms. Oh, I'm nearly gone. And then inhale, stand up. And exhale and release. Super. Okay, so take your feet, heels together, feet apart. And you are going to bend your knees out to the side. Take your fingertips down to the floor. And then walk your heels in towards each other, bringing the feet in ever closer. And then bending down, hook the first 4 inches above your arms underneath the inner knee. Take the hands to the floor, shoulder width apart, slightly turn them in. And then begin to tip forward, taking the weight from the heel of the hands towards the fingertips and come up into Kakasana or Bakasana. Bakasana is when the knees come higher up towards the armpits. And you might need to have a couple of goes at this. You might need to come from the floor rather than from standing. And your practice might be that just sort of coming forward and lifting one leg, taking that one down and lifting the other foot. But really concentrate on that weight shift from the heel of the hands towards the fingertips. And then those of you who are comfy here, if you're at the front of the mat, then you're going to just jump back or we'll step back. And we'll take the knees down to the floor and sink the bottom back towards the heels. And just let everything settle. Pose of the child, forehead towards the floor. Either arms in front or arms beside you. Two more deep breaths. And on the last one, let go with a soft sigh. Okay. Take your hands behind you, clasp your fingers together and lengthen into your knuckles. Begin to lift your arms up away from your back. And if you're confident in the integrity of your neck and the strength of your neck, You can roll onto the crown of your head, sucking your belly in and up. And maybe it feels nice just to take the arms a little bit from side to side and explore into that. But really round your belly. I want you to support your back by pulling your abdomen up towards it. And you still breathe. It's not easy, but it's possible. Deep, rounded, nourishing breaths. And then we'll come down. Walk your hands forward. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, rise up onto your hands and your knees. Okay, so we're going to take your pigeon. So slide your right knee forward behind your right wrist. And then begin to negotiate that shin forward. It doesn't really need to be more than about 45 degrees unless you're very open in your hips and you can get it to the 90 degrees. But just do what feels right. And you're going to walk your left leg back. Come up on your fingertips. And pull your front knee and your back knee towards each other. Keep your back toes turned under for now. Pull them towards, and you'll come up a little bit. You'll be quite buoyant, and you're trying to wrap that left hip forward. And there might be a lot of space between your bottom and the floor, but you're supported because you're pulling in with muscles. Assuming you have muscles. I'm sure you have muscles. Then you're going to breathe right up into your chest. Let your collarbones be lovely and wide. And what you'll probably find is that after a little bit, you can get a little bit more, taking the back leg a little bit further back. And then you might want to just point the back toes behind you, or you might want to, if you're really high, take a cushion or a yoga block underneath that right hip. And the more you kind of lift your heart and lift up, the more opening you'll get in that left front of that left hip flexor. But keep your chest open and your neck free. 2 more deep breaths here. Then inhale, look forward. And exhale and walk your hands forward, coming over that right leg. Now, if it's too intense in the right hip, you might want to let the right heel come a little bit closer to you. Relax your elbows down if you can. If you're a little bit higher, then that's fine too. Try and notice if you've skewed the pelvis one way or the other, and try and rectify that to the best of your ability. Cool. Walk your hands in towards you. Turn the back toes under. Lift the knee, slide it up to your armpit, hold, breathe, and then press back to the dog face down. Have a little wriggle around your mat if you need to release anything. Then inhale high on the tippy toes. Then exhale, the knees come down to the floor. I'm just going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing on the other side. Slide your left knee behind your left wrist, and then begin to walk that left ankle forward. And then once you're happy there, begin to walk the right knee back. Come up on your tippy fingers. And again, have this sense of squeezing the back and the front towards each other, and you'll feel that that'll begin to open the hip. Come right up on your tippy fingers if you can. Begin to lift the gaze and climb up the front of your spine with your breath. Inhaling up, curling the shoulders back if you can. and enjoying that opening in the front of the right hip, in the piriformis of your left hip. And as your body settles again, you might be able to get the leg a little bit further back, pointing the back toes away from you. Inhale. And when you're ready, you're going to come forward. And you might come forward a lot, or you might come forward a little, but you take what you can. It's all good. And it might be that you can come with your forehead on the floor and bring your hands into the prayer position in front of you. That might feel nice. And then we'll walk the hands gently back in towards you. Rising slowly up. And exhale, turn the back toes under. And you're going to press back to the dog face down. And again, have a little wriggle about, have a little release. Let the head hang. Face really soft, head really heavy. Okay, walk your feet in about 8 inches, a little bit closer. And just turn around. So you're in a very short dog. Inhale, take your right leg up to stroke the sky. Come high on your left tippy toes. And bending your right knee, take it forward and rest it just above the elbow. And you can bend your elbows a little bit. So it's a bit like crow on your right hand side. And then inhale, take the leg back up behind you. And exhale, return to your short dog. Inhale, take the left leg up towards the sky. And exhale, bring the left knee forward, rest it above the left elbow, and gently begin to soften your chest down and down. Inhale high on the tippy toes. Exhale the knees to the floor. And just look this way for a minute. Okay, so there's a posture that combines all of the work that we've done this evening. Ekapada galavasana, where one side of the body is in crow, a bit like we did before, except the other leg then begins to float up towards the sky. So one of the ways you can get into this is you can take your crow, and I'm going to do crow on my right hand side, and my left knee isn't going to go on. Hug that left knee in towards the chest, and then I begin to extend the left leg out behind me. Okay? That's the easiest way I come into it. So have a go with that. It might be that you return to crow. It might be that you come to this place here. But you can have a think about for getting one of the legs loose and one of the legs in your crow, kakasana. Ekapada galavasana. And if you just think that the whole thing's nonsense and you've had enough, then just come into the pose of the child. We'll just give everyone one more moment with that. And of course, crow is still a good place to be working. We're going to come out of your wrists in a minute. So first finishing off this work and then come into the pose of the child. Take a deep breath in. And breathing out, roll slowly up to kneeling. And slide your bottom over to your left. And picking up your right foot, take it over to the outside of the left knee. Let your right sitting bone gently drop down to the earth. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale, reach up through the left arm. And as you exhale, twist to the right. And picking up the left waist, take it over the right thigh. Take the elbow to the outside of the knee. Or maybe extend that hand down to the front foot. It's up to you. Both are good. And then we sit tall on the in-breath. And on the out-breath, the collarbone goes wide. And we look to the right. Both soft, effortless effort. Smooth breath. Inhale, look forward. And exhale and release. Come on to your bottom and slide your bottom over to your right. Picking up your left foot, take your left foot over to the outside of the right knee and let the left sitting bone come down to the earth. Left hand behind you. On the in-breath, reach the right arm up. As you exhale, twist to the left, pick up the elbow, take it to the outside of the knee, and maybe you can get the armpit draped over the leg. And then the hand can stay up, or alternatively, it can come down to your foot. You choose. Sit tall, take a deep breath in, and breathe out and twist to the left. Create a softness in your belly. I hope you didn't eat before you practiced. And then inhale and look forward. And exhale and release. Extend your legs away and draw the flesh away from your sitting bones. If your hamstrings are tight, it's perfectly okay to bend the knees just a little bit. Anchoring the heels, pulling on the heels and drawing the sacrum up. And you might just stay here. You might grab a yoga strap around your feet or your dressing gown cord or whatever, tie, scarf. Of course, if the legs are happy being straight, then just extend them. That's dandy. Inhale, lift your heart. And as you exhale, hollow your abdomen, pull in and up over the abdomen and begin to come forward. But don't strain, don't extend, don't want it too badly. We're not attached to the idea of results in this work. We're just simply present with what we can get in any given day. Curious, noticing the difference between the beginning of the day, the end of the day, how it feels after you've been for a long walk or a long cycle ride. And practice is never the same, and that's why people practice for a lifetime. There's always some fresh insight to be gained, some new understanding and knowledge about yourself to be sought, to be clarified. And then it's the out-breath that we use just to try to soften into the work. And you can check into your face, check that your jaw isn't tight, that the tongue is soft away from the palate, the roof of the mouth, and there's no tension between your eyebrows. And then let's inhale and look up, collarbones wide. And exhale and release. And we'll draw the right foot up. So normally the right foot will come in Jnana Sirsasana right up to the pubis, but let's just take it halfway. Let's take it around it so that the instep is a nest for the knee joint to sit in. And if there's strain in your hip, you can always take a cushion, a blanket, and take it in underneath that hip so that it feels supported. Could all do with that feeling at the moment, yeah? And then twist and face your left leg, anchor the left heel, gently pull on the heel and you'll feel your right waist come forward and your hands can come down to your foot. Inhale, find length. And exhale, invite your right kidney to come over towards the left knee. And if you're deep in the work, your right hands can extend beyond the foot and you can hold your left wrist with your right hand. But always keep the head of the arms plugged into the shoulder socket. Again, we don't want it too badly. And there's no tension in the neck. You could even let a smile play on the corners of your mouth. Inhale, look up. And exhale and gently release. And extend your right leg away. Bring your left foot up again. It's just coming to halfway. And again, if you need something underneath the knee or underneath the hip, then you let that happen. Anchor your right heel and pull the heel in towards you just a little and feel the left waist come forward. Take a deep breath in. And breathing out, come forward over your leg. Collarbones wide, elbows wide, neck free. And if you're working at home, then there's no need, well, if you're working anywhere, there's never any need for the Ujjayi breath to sound like Darth Vader. You know, it's a soft, subtle sound to indicate to you the even intensity of the breath throughout the cycle. And at this stage where there's no need to hold the breath at the top or the bottom actively. And then we'll inhale and look up. And exhale and release. Super. Stretch out your legs. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And exhale through into the fingertips. Inhale, stretch taller still, look up. And exhale and release. So you're going to grab your socks, grab a blanket and lie down on the floor. If you have a bolster that you want to put underneath your knees, that's lovely. Or you can grab a couple of cushions off the sofa or pillows off your bed and put them underneath your knees. It just helps release your lower back. Take as much time as you need to get settled. Your legs are apart, your feet to relax out to the sides. And the arms are away from the body with the palms facing up towards the sky. Take a long, slow, deep breath in through the nose. Let go with a sigh. And again. Move your concentration and your awareness down through your body, through your legs, to your feet. Relax your feet. Relax your calves and your knees. Relax your thighs and your buttocks. Relax your pelvis and your spine. Relax your arms and your hands. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Relax through your scalp. Let your brow feel soft and smooth. And all the little muscles around your eyes to be relaxed. Let your cheeks be smooth. And all of the little muscles around your mouth to be relaxed. And let your tongue feel soft in your mouth and your throat space. The body is relaxed. And the breath is so subtle now. And you notice that the mind is becoming ever more subtle. Letting the front of the mind melt back into an abyss of peace. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Sun and moon pour their healing light upon you. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall softly on your fields. Until we meet again, may nature hold you in the hollow of her hand. deep peace to you. Taking a long, slow, deep breath in and out of your body. Wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. Take your attention to your nostrils and notice which nostril, the left or the right, the breath is the strongest in. And you're going to bend your knees and you're going to roll to that side where the swara of the breath, the flow of the breath is strongest. And very gently bring yourself back up to sitting. There's no rush. And then as you inhale, take your hands up into the prayer position above your head. And draw a prayer of peace down into your thoughts. Hear it in your words, internal and external. And seal it deep down into your heart. And we'll chant one Om together. Deep breath in. Chitosi budusi niranjanosi samsaramaya parivachitosi ochitosi niranjanosi samsanamaya parivachitosi. Namaste. Thank you to those of you who saw this through to the end. Chitosi is a Sanskrit lullaby, so I hope you sleep well tonight. We finished in time so that we can go onto our doorsteps in half an hour and clap the carers. Just so that you know, I'm offering the full library of my recorded classes over 10 years or so that are up on the Patreon site. And I'm offering those free to anybody who is in the NHS and working hard at the moment, or poorly at the moment from the NHS. So if you know of anyone that you think would appreciate and benefit from that, then please pass them my details and get them to get in touch, and I can explain how they can do that. All right, have a lovely evening and a lovely weekend. We're back at this level of yoga again on Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. And don't forget, there's the meditation on the Wednesday morning for those of you who are early birds. All right, take care, sleep tight, love you lots. Bye-bye.